Hi, I'm Water,
And I'm Raffle.
and we've come to the conclusion, like a lot of you guys have, that Blade Symphony lacks in core game modes and features.
What we mean by core game modes is game modes that retain current players and attract new players.
So we're making a video to highlight the problems we see in Blade Symphony, show which core game modes we think will be best for it, and try to convince the developers to implement these core game modes and features.
I'm sure most of you have played Guns, and we think a lot of the core game modes of Guns can be transferred into Blade Symphony.
Even after years of it being released, it still manages to keep an active player base of 300 in just one private server, and has thousands across multiple private servers. We think this is the case not because it fits a bigger niche, but because of its features.
Unlike Guns, Blade Symphony currently has one core game mode and one distraction game mode that doesn't serve in retaining even a single player.
What we want to avoid is wasting the developers' time and having them create more game modes similar to Hero in that they don't do anything for retainment. What Blade Symphony needs is Team Elimination. Team Elimination is a game mode that won't just act as a distraction for current players, but will actually be a competitive and casual alternative to 1v1 duel. What Team Elimination offers is a viable team-based mode that can have clan system implementation.
Team Elimination in Blade Symphony wouldn't just be two teams of 4 to 5 battling it out, and last man standing wins. It will have an objective on the map that one team can take to win. This avoids the problem of one team running from the other.
So there will be two possible ways to win: kill the other team or capture the objective. And if there are players avoiding killing or taking the objective, for example if there's only a single player on each team left, the solution would be to vote kick them.
And the best part is, the clan system that can be added with it, providing a core feature on top of a core game mode.
How the clan system would work in Blade Symphony is adding an in-game menu to create and invite friends to clans. You will now have access to a new menu, which will act as your clan's hub, keeping track of win-loss, ranking, and giving you the ability to challenge other clans in Clan Wars. Clan Wars will be 4 vs 4 or 5 vs 5 team elimination.
Once you add someone to your clan, they can't immediately participate in Clan Wars. They have to be promoted to a position that can represent the clan.
For example, once you add someone, they are a recruit, and they can't participate until they are a representative of the clan. This will promote competition within the clan to get a position in which they can participate in Clan Wars, as well as competition amongst other clans. This will be a core feature for Blade Symphony.
The clan system would come with a clan ladder, similar to that of the current 1 vs 1 ladder.
With this core game mode and feature, we think Blade Symphony will finally be able to retain a large amount of players.
Though we think Team Elimination is the most important game mode to implement, it shouldn't end there. Another game mode that should be added into Blade Symphony is Deathmatch.
In Deathmatch, we changed the FFA format that Blade Symphony currently has into a no-duel stat tracking game mode that has a kill objective to win. The player that reaches the kill objective receives notes as a prize, a value significantly higher than a normal duel.
Team Deathmatch can also be added and will function similarly but with a team.
Right now, Blade Symphony players are forced into hosting their own events, and they are played, however, they limit the player base. Events can only be played by 10 to 25 people at a time.
When you are in player surges, such as the Winter Sale or launch, most of your player base is unaware of events. Leaving game modes up to the community will mean you are content with a player base of no more than 100.
Even when events are hosted on servers like Rebellion, they can only be successfully hosted when an admin is present, and picking teams or getting everyone settled takes up time and is very boring.
And even after you do all the preparations for the event, it can be ruined by just one bad player.
The bottom line is we don't want any more distraction game modes. We want Team Elimination specifically because it is a tried and tested game mode that fits with existing Blade Symphony mechanics and theme.
For example, in your last dev hangout, you talked about Freeze Tag. This is essentially another distraction game mode that is a dead end in terms of retention.
All it will provide is a temporary chuckle out of the existing player base, and then never see the light of day again, pretty much just like Hero mode. Things that the Blade Symphony menu needs is in-game stat tracking. Players should be able to see the ladder rank, win rate, percent of characters played, basically everything in the website, however available to them, in a menu in-game.
There's a disconnect between your character and your stats. Introducing this allows you to see your stats conveniently in-game. This also solves the problem of newer players being unaware of valuable information.
The main menu of Blade Symphony doesn't have enough information presented in it. The addition of the top left notification was a step in the right direction, but the amount of information in your face from the get-go has to be increased dramatically.
A good example of enough information is the CSGO main menu.
Though we don't think Blade Symphony currently needs as much information as CSGO, there are things that can be added from it. The news section allows new and old players that don't frequent the forum to have access to information that is outside the game. For example, tournament dates or patch notes.
The current top left notification promoting tutorial videos and workshop items can stay above the news section. The Play Online menu can also be updated if the features we ask for go through. There should be a ladder, clan, and tournament button.
Ladder takes you to the individual and clan ladder. Clan takes you to the clan hub, where you can create and manage your clan, as well as challenge other clans in clan wars.
Tournament takes you into an automated tournament hub, where you can sign up and participate in tournaments.
Default FOV and camera height is incredibly low. We suggest making the default FOV the current max FOV, and if that is not enough for players, they can increase camera height and distance.
Training sword should be added because the only alternative for practice without theft is turning on server sheets and using Buddha.
Reworking the note system so there's more things to spend notes on will be great as well, for example a betting system.
Since with future game modes such as Team Elimination or Deathmatch, players will be rewarded with large amounts of notes. Giving them something to use them will sweeten the feeling of winning and give players another reason to play these modes.
Making workshop items purchasable through notes is another thing that could be done.
Adding in the ability for server owners to create custom loading screens and message of the day will be very helpful to in-game communities. In Guns, players in other servers can see messages of other players dominating in clan wars and duel servers. This will give another incentive for players and clans to play these modes.
Automated tournaments is something that would be perfect for Blade Symphony. You should be able to easily sign up to and compete in these whenever you have enough players to play with.
Possibly adding weekly tournaments and having the winners of the weekly tournaments participate in the monthly tournaments for bigger prizes.
FFA community is wasted resources and time. No one is active on any FFA community servers. Sure, it was active when School of War was active, but right now it's just a waste of resources.
FFA community also doesn't fit the theme of Blade Symphony at all. It is a soulless bland map that no one wants to play in. Maps that have a soul and fit the theme of Blade Symphony have gone ignored, such as Duel Temple. Taking some time and making this into a FFA map will be great. It has so much going for it, fitting the theme of Blade Symphony perfectly.
Dual Monastery and Dual District are also maps that should have FFA modes.
And all these maps can be converted into maps for future game modes such as Team Elimination.
Giving us more frequent patches will also be positive. You use Valve's approach, but when Valve puts out a patch, they have it filled to the brim with content. You guys push out seemingly small patches that take ages to come out. With the features we asked for, we think Blade Symphony will appeal to and retain a lot more players.
You guys at Puny Human are awesome, and we appreciate you for making Blade Symphony, but please implement these features in order for the game to grow.